everyone, welcome back to my channel. It is lovely to have you here on this chilly Friday morning. I hope I'm going to give you something to inspire you and warm you up because my fingers are freezing. The heating's on. I just couldn't manage it today. Right, I said I would share with you what I was going to do with my cover for the Book Lovers Bliss journal. Of course, guys, remember, you don't have to be making exactly what I'm making. This is just my suggestion, and of course, this would work with any journal you're wanting to make and any cover. Right, without much more said, let me show you what it is that you're going to need. Now, first of all, I have prepared my cover already, and all I used was some old book, notebook backings. So this is the back of some notebook A4 notebook pads that you normally use when you're at college. I've saved those. I have covered this already. So I've used a couple of these. These are you need pieces that are two pieces that are 6.5 inches by 9 inches. That equates really to 23 centimeters by 9. So I've cut two like that. I'm going to be using a spine that measures 3.5 inches in width. Obviously it's still 9. That's 8 3/4 centimeters if you're not sure. All right, I use masking tape, but the whole procedure for how to make this I will link in a video which I have done this many times before. I've used a piece of fabric, so this is the fabric piece that fits exactly as you see it here. So it's this piece here from my complete Book Lovers bundle or the Book Lovers bundle fabric bundle. All right, so that's that, and I have covered it with that. So that's what I've done for the base. Now what I'm sharing with you today is how we are going to add a decoration on the front of this. So that's what we're going to do. All right, so as I said, if you're not sure how to do this, please go and follow along to the video. You don't have to make a hard cover like this. You can use a soft cover, something like a manila folder or anything like that, even a cereal box. All right, so that's what I've done there. Now what you need to decorate that is as follows. I've got a little bit of a tray here. Right, so I'm going to use a couple of die cuts. I'm using these three. Just wanted some variety of color. So this is from an old like script page. This is like a lavender shade, and this is just like a rose pink. You're going to need thread and a needle. I'm using embroidery thread. I've grabbed one of the butterflies from my kit. You're going to need quite a few buttons. I've got 3 that I'm going to use for the side, but I have also got an additional 6, and these all came from my the button bundle that was part of that complete Book Lovers Bliss bundle. All right, but so in total you need 9 buttons. I've got a couple of paper flowers. Use your punches. You can make them out of fabric. You can use whatever you have. These are paper flowers, and I've used 12 here, so I've just doubled them up. You want a couple of pieces of lace. I've got this is an antique piece of lace which I had. This is about 1 inch wide, and how many inches long? About 6 inches in length. And this is just a piece of synthetic lace that I'm going to use, and that's 2 inches wide. All right, and this probably needs to be 11 inches in length. I'm going to tuck it over so it doesn't have to be exact. All right, so that's really, have I covered everything? Oh, and a tab. I've got that. So those are the little goodies that you're going to need. And then as far as the paper and things are concerned, I've taken this mini page. I've cut it to a size here for what I want. This one measures, it's just 4 1/4 inches this way. And I think it is 5 and just over 5 and a bit quarter inches that way. That doesn't matter, just decide what it is that you want. That's approximation. All right, you're gonna this is the sort of piece I had that's like script. I've just cut a piece here. I've put some measurements on the back. So you want some kind of a backing piece. You could even use the bit that comes with the kit with all the elements on. That would work. This is 4 inches by 8 1/4 or 10 centimeters by 21 centimeters. Anything that's a little bit darker, really. Then I've got a big piece of background paper here. This one is measuring 10 and 3/4 inches. That's about 27.5 centimeters. There or thereabouts, guys. 6 3/4 inches that way, so that's about 17.5 centimeters. Okay, we're going to fold it in half, so if you've got two separate bits, that would work as well. Okay, so that's all we're going to use. I took my mini page and I've backed it onto recycled packaging. We are fortunate that the packaging does come with this nice sort of old, it is recycled, so it's got a nice repurposed look. So I've taken the other piece of this to wrap or back it onto this. I save all the packaging. All right, the other bit that you'll need, this is the last bit, is go and grab yourself a piece of packaging like this. So for the cellophane or polypropylene packaging. My daughter, I managed at Christmas to get a piece of packaging like this with this huge window, because she's a beauty therapist, so she does a lot of this sort of thing with face masks. I said, oh yeah, I'll have that, because I thought, oh yes, I can use this. All right, so again, perfect. We're going to make a bit of a window, so I'm just going to put that there. Okay, so go and grab those goodies and come and join me. Right, so this is where the tab goes. I nearly said cemented. I've put that on to this piece here before I put on the backing, and I've just stitched around it, so it's a bit of a tag, but we're going to use this as the main bit on the front of our journal, because I thought that just encompassed everything that reading means to me. A good book, you know, cake and a good hot drink, you're in heaven, aren't you? With flowers, what more can we ask for? Even a butterfly, so everything I love is right there. Just missing a piece of chocolate, and I think that would be me. Right, so that's what we're going to do. So we've got that ready. Now, as I said, this was about 4 1/4 by about 5 1/4 inches. And what I want you to do is to take this piece of paper, so this backing, fold it in half like I've done. Let me grab the bone folder. There we go. So I folded that in half like that. Now, I think this is 1/4 inch. Yes, just over 1/4 inch. I've just taken my bone folder and folded over a little bit there. All right, so I just went like this and did that. It's just to give it a stronger edge. You know me and my stronger edges. I like things to last, and I'm scared that, you know, paper's not exactly the strongest. So we've got a bit that looks like that. Now I'm going to stick those down quickly. There we go. Right, so we'll do that. Just like that. And then the other one. There we go. All right, so we've got that like that. There we go. Decide which side. We're going to make a bit of a pocket. You've seen me do this before. So what you really need is your pencil, and you want to place this further up to the top. You'll see that there's a bit of a gap at the bottom here. So I just want to tell you, give you an indication. We got a good inch below the end here at the bottom. All right, because we'll be putting something on there, but hedge it up towards the top. So 1/4 inch, or I've actually made it 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch inward there. I have made a little mark on the corners there, and 1/2 inch more or less on each side here, except for the bottom, which is 1 inch. I've then made little marks, taken my little ruler, and I have then drawn lines over here. So I don't know if you can see that. Let me see if you can. All right, so I want to cut that out. Now you can use your scissors, you can use your craft knife. I'm going to use my craft knife, but make sure you open that up before you do that. So let's do that quickly. If you're using your scissors, go and make a little hole first, and then get your blade into the corner. And once you've done that, you'll be fine. But me, you know, I love a craft knife, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. And it's just moved. Can you believe that? Right, so you don't want it to move like I've just done. So that bit's a bit skew, but it's all right. It's all right, because I know I'm putting something there. So hold it firmly. I do find it easy with a craft knife, but I do appreciate that not everybody is comfortable using one. So, you know, it's up to you what you choose to use. Right, so I can use that for something else, and I'm sure I will. Okay, now it's just, this is optional, but I would just take this and just give it a little bit of distress ink here. There we go. And then of course, before we go and join this up, we want to just get some of that on the edges, on the front only. This is going to be the front. So there we go. Now I suppose, all right, so I'm going to stencil that quickly. I'm just going to grab one of my stencils. I'm not going to put anything too fancy on here. I'm just going to use my vintage photo because it's right here next to me. Get that all over here, and that way it's just going to give it a little bit of interest, isn't it? Rather than a load of white, which I'm not a fan of just white, so we'll cream it up a bit. All right, there we go. Look at that. Looks pretty already. Right, so that we've got that all sorted. Now all that remains to do is I want to put in a piece of a window here. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my daughter's mask thing, and I'm going to just see here, I need to mark it, and just in case I don't, I've got those little lines there. Right, let me go and cut this out and I'll be back. All right, so we've cut our piece out and it was easy. I just peeled that off. It's got a bit of this there, but that's going to go below the visual, so that's all right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just line it up here into this crease, just to see if it's going to be big enough, and it is. That's where I need it to be. So as long as it's not going to extend out here and it covers all those borders, I'm just going to, let me just check here, I can move that up a little bit. Is it going to show that there? Let's move it down a bit. Get the right spot. There we go. All right, so if I hold that in place now, like that, and then I'm just going to put some glue. Then just fold this over. Like that. So that now will have stuck onto the top bit there. Okay, so there we go. That's why I keep the fold there, because then it's easy for me to see fit it. Okay, so we've got that there. Now what I want to do is, before I do anything else, and I'm going to show you quickly, is I want to take my 3 buttons. So it's these little leopardy looking ones. I don't know if that's what they are, but you know, I'm going to take my art glitter glue and I want to position them on here because I want to sew these down. Now you can sew them separately or just stick them on. I like the thread to go through them, and I like to position them first. So I'm going to put them, I think, over here, because this is the first one I'm going to put just over here. So I'm just putting a little bit of glue, just enough to hold it in place. Sorry, just enough to hold it in place here. If the glue works, that is. So let's get that done. Right, so we want a little bit of glue there, really little bit. And you want to just line up your buttons. So there's the first one, and then we want another one, just so that I can get them aligned properly. Okay, so just looking at the gaps that way and the gaps between them there, and I'm going to let that dry for a little bit. Right, now you've got a couple of options on how you want to seal this as far as these 2 edges are concerned. You can either glue that in there, which is probably what I'm going to do, or you can stitch it there and there. It's up to you. I'll probably glue mine. So let's get that done. Now, you want to get this into the window, so just be mindful that you don't want to put too much glue that it's going to spread too much there. and then you've got this that sticking out below this bit here, so just be mindful of that. But other than that, I think you've got plenty space down that end. But yeah, you don't want to put too much glue. So while that's drying, we can just lift that bit up there, and put a runner bead of glue just at the top here, like that. And we can then close that up as well. Just make sure they lie on each corner. There we go. So lots going on with the drying. Now, what I'm going to do is, just to make it easier for myself, and I should have really done this before, you know, hindsight is an exact science. So yeah, I want to just quickly, I'll stick that down again. I want to just make holes through the buttons where they are drying, so it's going to be easy for me to stitch them like that. All right, and oops, did one move? One has moved. Right, so I'm going to stick the buttons, I'm going to sew the buttons on quickly. This is not a must, it's just my preferential choice. I'm going to take my needle and thread and do that. All right, and I will go off and I'll show you what it looks like once I'm done. All right, so I've sewn the two together. I've just done it one after the other on a continuous thread. So I'm just getting this into the base, which now for some reason I can't see. It's only because I've turned the camera on now, you see. The first two went swimmingly. Right, so just do that quickly. One more just to finish it off. Right, we've got our little buttons sewn on there, so that's done. And now you should be able to fit this in here, no problem. And we can, so there we go. So that's all sorted. Move it over just a little bit. There we go. So we've got that bit done, so I'm happy for that. So now what we want to do is we want to take our little cover. So let's just move that to the side, and we've got this bit over here. Now I have got myself two of these just to make this a little higher so I can work with it. Get an old book or something like that. I haven't got one fat enough up here. So I'm going to ultimately put this on top, but I want to put this on first. So this piece is going to cover that bit there. You're not going to see much of it because I'm going to cover it now, but it's just an indication. I wanted a little bit of text showing out. So anything that you've got along those lines, and I'm going to take my lace and I'm going to cover that as well. All right, so move that up a little bit. Take this piece here, and I'm going to take my 3-in-1 beacon, and I'm going to sort of centralize it really. So if we just move that up a bit, you can see what I'm doing. Right, so we want that about there. So I'm just going to use this as a guide quickly. And I'm not going to worry too much about the middle bits because it's going to be covered, but you've got to just put some glue down, don't you, to just keep it down. So particularly, there we go. Doesn't matter what's going to ooze. You can also cut a piece of this and just have it at the top and the bottom, so to save on your lace. And that would also work. And I want to just get that down at the edges, especially at the top and the bottom bit here, like that. And then what I'm going to do is, let's just do that. I'll turn this over. So I could have been a lot more frugal with this lace, and as I said, chopped off a piece just for the top and the bottom, but you know, it's all up to you. Hindsight is an exact science, is it? I realize a lot of things once I've done a video. Isn't it amazing? Right, so we've got that bit like that, and I'm happy with that. Now, a large portion of this you're not going to see, but we're going to get this stuck down now. Right, so we've got that there, and I want to just place it like this, So yeah, just making sure that it's about right. Well, let's be brave. Be brave. We're going to be brave. And we're going to just do it. You know, like Nike says, just do it. There we go. Now, I must tell you about some very exciting news while I'm gluing away here. I was watching Rach and Bella's channel a day or two ago. I love watching Rach. She's just a lovely person. If you haven't seen any of her videos, I encourage you to go and take a look over there, and the link will be in my description box below. Rach and Bella Crafts on YouTube. And she was talking about her exciting news, and it is her exciting news. She's having a, wait for it, a retreat in the UK. Now, it's something that we don't get to really do much, and I was very excited to hear all about it, and so I got in contact with her. She asks you to, and she's having this amazing retreat for crafters from anywhere really, but I suppose a large percentage of people would be from the UK, but you can come from anywhere in the world, as she says. So go and have a look at it, and I signed up, so I'm going, and I'm so excited. It's the most glorious place in Wales, on a beautiful farm. It looks picturesque, as Wales is a beautiful place. Hang on a minute, I want to stick this down over here, so I'm going to do that while I'm talking. All right, so yeah, move it up no, there. Okay, I'm going to take my little pencil. I'm going to move it up a bit. I'm going to take my pencil here just so that I can mark this. Right, and yeah, so she was showing, you can see all the details on her video, so go and have a look in the video that I've linked below here. Beautiful farm area, most gorgeous sites. It's going to be at the end of June. I think it's the Monday to Wednesday at the end of June, 26th to 28th. She's got quite a few people that are booked already, and lots going on. Lots to do, the most fantastic facilities, and really right up my street. I was in there like a flash. So yes, if you are thinking of doing something for yourself in the summer, this is just for me, I encourage you to go and have a look. She's got limited places, obviously, because of the size of the place, so it's going to be wonderful. And come and meet us. I haven't met anybody before really, so this is going to be absolutely amazing for me. It's just the break I need, so I'm looking forward to it. And well done, Rach, on putting this together. Rach's so organized with her collaboration and things. I'm always in awe of everything that she does. So I'm really excited to go and partake in this and meet everybody that's going to be there. Oh, that's a bit short, isn't it? I'll have to go with the big guns. Okay, let's put that there. I'm just trying to grip this to get it to go down, so I'm going to just do that. And I'm not sure I've got ones that are going to do anything on this side, but we'll hold it. So yes, how exciting is that? I'm super excited about it. So yeah, I'm going to be at the retreat in Wales, and Wales is a gorgeous place. It's South Wales, beautiful farm, beautiful scenery, and you know, you just got to go and look at the food and everything there, and meeting people and crafting away. Oh my gosh, I'm beyond excited. So yeah, really keen. I encourage you guys to go and check it out. Come and join us. It's going to be fun, memorable. That's the word, memorable. So yeah, something to look forward to. Okay, so we've got that happening there. I'm going to stick a piece of lace on here, but while I am, let's stick it down. Right, so this is where the other bit of lace is going to go, and I can just clip that over there in a minute. I'm going to get it over here like that. So let's do that. Right, how are we going to do this? We'll stick it straight on here and then see what else needs to be stuck. I think that's my plan. So I've got it up to that point so far. let's see, we'll get this bit over there. Oh, a little bit more over here, just go slightly off, and I think a bit underneath. It's coming together nicely. I think I'm going to just trim off a little bit off the edge here. It's looking a bit raggedy, but you know, this was some lace I bought myself, French lace. I've got pink and blue, powder blue, probably 3 years ago. And I just couldn't bring myself to use it, as we do with so many of these things. Isn't it terrible? I don't know what we're saving them for. I keep asking myself. So if you like me, you'll understand what I'm saying. But today I thought, no, I'm going to take a piece of that today. It's the right color and I'm going to be brave. I'm facing my demons and I'm going to use it up. So there we go. There's the first piece of that lace, and it's absolutely stunning lace. Right, we can carry on sticking that on there. I think it's looking good. Right, coming together. Now, what I want to do now is I want to take these 3 die cuts. Got another one. This one came from this offcut as well. So I think I'm going to stick one over there, one over there, and then something like this. Yeah. So let's do that quickly. Okay, I dropped the glue on the floor, so oh my goodness. Anyway, I've stuck one over there. I've stuck this lavender one sort of there, and then this pink one going over the edge here. All right, so that's what we have so far. Now I think we can take these bits off here. So you can see it's all coming together, looking great. Really happy with it. There we go. Now what I want to do is I've got, as I said, I've got 6 of these. Now 2 of them are bigger and 4 of them are smaller. So I've just used the color combinations in here, and we've got our butterfly. This I've already put on over there. Okay, so this is all that remains. So I'm going to just take my beacon glue. I'm going to start at the bottom here. So I'm going to go with the darker one, I think. And I'm going to use the beacon just because it's, you know, a lot of it is fabric. Now I'm going to stick this one at the base here. And then the other one I'm going to stick on the top corner there. So let's get that done. Now this one I'm using without my sugar bell bottle because I'm putting lashings of it on here. So that's the other thing. You know, now it is oozing there, but it's okay because I've got some others to go on. Now I'm just having a little think. We're going to put those 2 at the top. We'll put these 2. I'm just sorting my colors out really. So we've got a smaller one here, which I'm going to position at the top there. And then this little cream one, I think we'll put over there. So there we go, we've got 3 over there. I love that. And then on this side, I'm just going to turn it around so I can see what I'm doing properly. We'll take this little one and we'll get that one. We'll put it on top of the petal then. So we've got that there. And then the lavender one a little bit lower down. I do love doing the covers. Right, now I'll probably put a little bit of a book on the top there when I'm finished. So I've got lots of lovely flowers, gorgeous colours, and I'll probably put a little piece of tissue and then a book just to press them down. Right, just want to put the butterfly now somewhere like that, I think. So just going to get that. Oh, I put a lot of glue on there, and I forgot that this is not my fine point, so it came out quite a lot. Oh, right, let's just get it over there. There we go. Don't press too hard. Right, how cute is that? I am loving it. And that is the little book cover so far. You can see it's very clearly a book there, and lots of lovely little flowers going on the edge there. And of course you've got a tag there, so you can write on that as well. All right, so there we go, that's better positioned. Now probably push it in a little bit, and why I say that is I will be putting a closure on here. So the closure is part of the broad ribbon that I added in my ribbon bundle. It's pretty much these sort of all these colors really, and it's a good 2 inches wide, so you would have had 1.5 meters of that in there, I think, and that's what will go over here. All right, so that's the front of our journal. How gorgeous is that? You could go and add a sentiment on here if you wanted to, but I think I'm quite happy with how that's all come together. Right, I'm going to go and get my little bit to press this down. I might add a piece of lace down here, but I do love the cover as it looks. If I take that out, this does look gorgeous, and I love this with the vintagey type stains that are built into the design. I do like it, so that's looking absolutely fab. All right, everyone, by the time we finish, it's going to look fantastic. I just know it is. Go and have a go at doing this. And of course, as I say, you can do this with any cover. It doesn't have to be this particular one. Just decide on a picture, your color scheme, and what it is that you're working on, and you can make this for your own as well. All right, go and check out Rachel's from Rach and Bella's retreat details. I would love to meet you. There's so many of you I've never met before. There's very few people I have met. So it's going to be an amazing, memorable time together. So yeah, go and check it out and go and watch her video, which is in the link in the description box below. Have a lovely weekend, and I'll see you on Sunday. Stay well now. Bye-bye.